Green Crematorium. One of the oldest in London. Really cool red brick old building. So much history. Doesn't look much, does it? So many famous people have been cremated here. Their ashes are spread on the grounds. The urns are in the mausoleums. It's a beautiful place. So during this visit, I was lucky enough to be given a tour of the columbariums. They're not open to the public generally, unfortunately, and you have to book a tour. But my tour guide didn't want to be on the video or have his voice on the video, so I've taken a lot of the audio out and I will replace it with my dull voice or some music. This is the East Columbarium, and it's built on 5 levels, and it was completed in 1911. It's truly a magnificent building. It's just wall-to-wall niches filled with urns. Golders Green Crematorium was the first crematorium to be opened in London and is one of the oldest in Britain. The land was purchased in the 1900s and opened for business in 1902. The site covers 12 acres and the gardens are listed as Grade 1 in the National Register of Historic Parks and Gardens. The crematorium is secular and accepts all faiths and non-believers. Cremation was not legal in Great Britain until 1885, and the first crematorium even was built in Woking. That one was deemed successful, so it went on from there. This one opened in 1902 by Sir Henry Thompson, who was the president and founding member of the Cremation Society of Great Britain. The London Cremation Company was formed out of that society. The London Cremation Company owns Golders Green Crematorium. Interestingly, the first person to be cremated at the Woking Crem was Mrs. Jeanette Pickersgill, who died in April 1885. Her ashes were later removed from Woking to the East Columbarium at Golders Green. And Jeanette was the widow of artist Henry William Pickersgill. Unfortunately, I didn't see her urn here. Born in Scarborough, Yorkshire, England, on the 12th of October 1875, Mr. Tyrrell William Cavendish boarded the Titanic at Southampton with his wife Julia Florence Cavendish and her maid Ellen Mary Barber. They travelled as first-class passengers and occupied cabin C-46. They were travelling to visit Julia's father in New York. Mrs. Cavendish and Miss Barber were rescued in Lifeboat 6, but Mr. Cavendish died. His body was later recovered by the cable ship Mackay Bennett. Bram Stoker, who was an Irish author. Bram Stoker obviously wrote Dracula. Yes, he did indeed write the 1897 Gothic horror novel Dracula. As well as writing novels, he was also the business manager of the Lyceum Theatre in London. He did this until the theatre closed in 1902. After the theatre closed, he carried on working for the theatre owner, actor Sir Henry Irving, until Irving's death in 1905. He shares the urn with his son, Noel Stoker, who passed in 1961. The ashes of his mother, Florence Stoker, were scattered in the Garden of Rest at Golders Green. So it's the family's choice whether they are covered or whether the urns are just left open. Fair play. Look at that roof. Wow, that's beautiful. Absolutely. Major Alfred Moberly, Royal Scots, 1912 he died. The original buildings at the crematorium were designed by Ernest George and Alfred Yeats. He's been tasked with showing me around the columbariums because they're not open generally to the public, because people keep stealing things and leaving a mess and damaging things. I can't say that I'm surprised because people do not surprise me anymore. But this place, or these places, are just so full of history. It's absolutely stunning. The buildings, the urns, look at that window. Absolutely beautiful. And I say it about cemeteries and crematoriums, especially the old ones. Look at the history that's here. The people, what they did with their lives. And we remember them today because we visit places like this. Just wall to wall. So in the other one I visited Bram Stoker, who obviously wrote Dracula, became famous after his death because of the books. Sigmund Freud was moved from the other columbarium to this one because the family said the other one wasn't good enough, but the other one was stunning. Simon Marks, first Baron Marks of Broughton. Wow. The work that's gone into that. Beautiful. Sir Arthur Francis Winnie.